feel like making another video. This one's on fraud and real estate. And I come across this, not by accident, because I legitimately wanted to buy an apartment because I know I have money. Now I know I wasn't in the best frame of mind in the past when I was making videos and I struggled with my memory. And there are people in this world that will call people out for dishonesty, and in some cases it's a felony, a lot like stolen valor. Now, I joined the military down Kingman, Arizona, and I was in the Navy SEAL program. I remember it very briefly. I wasn't necessarily challenged. I was very physically fit. I was a little more Native American than I should have been at the time. And though I don't quite remember all of it, I was dismissed from the Central Intelligence Agency. And because of my safe deposit box issue, I reached out to everybody in the federal government trying to remedy it. But when people try to murder you, things get handled a specific way. And so I can't really finish the rest of the story because I have a little bit of a memory problem. And I remember being in Vegas when I was younger because I bought the apartment at the bank in Kingman, Arizona, Chase Bank. I gave $250,000 for it. Now that I'm back and I'm working through all this problem, I remember being at this property. It's a very prestigious property in downtown Las Vegas. It's only a block away from the Bonneville Transit Center, and it's being managed by a company called the Riveling Group. Now, I contacted this company because I wanted to buy an apartment because I know I had the money, and I thought that the apartment complex that I already owned would have been resolved by now. And I realized that because of my military service and the fact that I locked the keys in my safe deposit box at the bank, things become way more complicated. That's why I can endure my homeless situation, because I have something to look forward to. But this Riveling Group, I looked into it because I was thinking about buying an apartment. And I found that the bank had failed. Now, banks don't usually fail for no reason, and it's usually indicative of bank robbery, or at least I would assume bank robbery. And another company put in $250,000 plus or minus a little bit of money to acquire the property. Now, we're talking a $200, $300 million property. We're not talking about a $200,000 house. And I hate to say it, but I remember trying to buy an apartment there before. This is what in Las Vegas we would refer to as the hard ways. Now, one of the hard ways is being defrauded. So if I went again, like I had in the past, and tried to buy one of those apartments for $250,000 and gave them the money, they would show me to the door. Goodbye. Thank you for coming. Why? Because the bank failed. You cannot expect to live on a $100, $200, $300 million property if you only have $250,000 invested into it to prove payment for it. That means whoever built that property is part of the bank failure. They're gone. We'll never, ever meet those people again. It's very sad. Almost like a ghost town gets created. When the resources dry up, everybody leaves. It's because the money left. So this property is an example of the hard ways. Now, granted, most people don't think of it like that. They think of craps tables or snake eyes or something like that. But in real estate, this is one of the prime examples of fraud. I would not suggest you try this scenario and go and look at a property and try to buy it to prove my point. You will not. You should not do that. And that's why I'm making this video, because it's part of my memory problem. It's possible that I had made a payment in the past to acquire that property under a different name. And that's part of my dismissal from the Central Intelligence Agency in Washington, D.C. Once my name changes, there's no going back. All I have is what I locked up in my safe deposit box. And I could not prove that I gave money for that apartment at this Riveland group. So this is a way that fraud can keep being perpetuated. Yes, it's real estate. They have a real estate license. They can get the keys from the building department, probably. No problem. Go ahead. You try to sell it, fine. What's the county recorder going to do? They say, okay, you got some money for the apartment, and now we'll remove you from it because you're not allowed to live there. Because you didn't give us enough money to live there. So this is one of the examples in Las Vegas of fraud and the hard ways. They will teach you property ownership the hard way. And it is not nice. I don't know how they can legally do it. But again, I had been involved in some very bad things in the past in this city. I'm not a felon. I'm not under any criminal indictments. And again, I legitimately wanted to lease an apartment. I reached out to them, and I didn't remember at that time, but I may have been in part of that situation before. And I realized, hey, of course I'm going to look up the people who own the bank. So now I'm a little bit more intelligent. I went to Purdue University and got a financial accounting degree. So I did my due diligence this go around. Why? Because I don't need to be taught the hard ways in real estate. I have a very handsome portfolio, and it's locked up. Moving forward, I'm not going to jeopardize any part of my portfolio, and neither should you come into this city to invest in real estate. So please, if you're going to come to this city and think about becoming a part of our community, do your due diligence. Find the parcel number at the assessor's office. Look at the county recorder's information for that parcel. Track down every single entity's name that's listed with the parcel number. That way you do not wind up learning, like I did, the hard ways. And let me tell you, I've learned quite a few different scenarios of the hard ways. So please be careful. And if you're going to buy real estate, do your due diligence. You save yourself a lot of headaches and possibly avoid financial ruin. Have a good day.